Hello, English lovers. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. On today's lesson, we are going to explore essential skills of taking minutes as a secretary, be it in discussions or in important decision taking or actions. Before we continue, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to turn on your notification bell in order not to miss out on any lessons that will be posted subsequently. Let's dive in. As a secretary, your role is to accurately record the proceedings of meetings, ensuring that all are relevant. Keyword relevant. So, we capture just the important or the relevant information that is being discussed in meetings. This includes key discussions, which are the main points that will be discussed in the meeting, decisions or actions agreed upon, or decisions made. Remember, during a meeting, there can be decisions that have been discussed, but they have not been concluded. So, in your writing or in your minutes, you take down just the conclusions of those discussions or those decisions. So, you take down the action, the task assigned to individuals or teams. For example, if you're a secretary in a company and you have a meeting, when tasks are being assigned to different teams, you make sure you take down the different tasks and then you also indicate the teams that have been assigned those tasks. Then, how do you prepare for a meeting, or what are the preparations that you need before the meeting? As a secretary, the first thing you need to do is to review the agenda. Now, you have to familiarize yourself with the topics to be discussed. You do not want to be left out or left wondering when things or important things are being brought up. You have to be versed with the actions. So, the second thing you should do is to prepare a template. Use a standard minute-taking template to organize your notes. The third thing you should do is to bring your necessary materials like your pen, your laptop, your papers, or any other thing that you'll be needing to take the minutes with. Now, minute taking techniques, what you are supposed to do during the meeting itself. You're supposed to focus on key points. You capture the main ideas and the decisions. You do not write down just anything or everything that is being spoken during the meeting. Again, you use clear and concise language. You need to avoid using jargons or technical terms unless they are necessary. This simply means that you take the minutes depending on your field. If you are maybe a secretary to medical personnel or in a medical facility, yes, you can use the jargons of that institution. So this is what is meant by when necessary. Then you can record action or record action items. You clearly note the task assigned to individuals or teams. Because if there is a situation where tasks have to be assigned to people, it is obviously clear that different tasks or different persons would have different tasks. So those things have to be clearly stated in your minutes for reference. Now, you use a standard structured format. You organize your notes in a logical and easy to follow manner. That is why in most meetings you would always hear secretaries say, please follow a particular order. Like when you start a particular discussion, make sure to take it to the end, bringing out the conclusion or the decisions or actions that are necessary before you move on to the next topic. This is to ensure that the minutes are logical. Now, what are some of the best practices that you can actually do as far as minutes are concerned? You have to be objective. Avoid personal opinions or biases. As a secretary, your opinions do not really matter unless those opinions were discussed during the meetings and they were agreed upon, then you can put them. But if your opinions differ from what has been discussed and you didn't voice that out during the meeting, do not include them in your minutes. The second thing to do is to use the active voice. It is more concise and easier to read. You do not use passive voice in taking minutes. I am sure if you have been following up on the other lessons on this channel, you would be clear with the differences on active and passive voices. So you use active voice in taking minutes. Again, the third thing you need to do is to proofread and edit. You have to review your minutes for accuracy and clarity, because there are times you can be in a hurry in order to take down almost all the important points in the meeting and you might not be accurate. So when you get back to your resting place or to your home, or when you're by yourself, you have to proofread and edit. The next one is to distribute minutes promptly. You have to share minutes to or with attendees and relevant stakeholders. This is also to ensure accuracy and relevance, because there are times you can take minutes and you leave out some important points. So when you share your minutes with attendees, they might have one or two things to chip into those minutes before you come out with the final draft. So there are some tools and technology that we can use in minutes taking. We have digital minute taking tools which explore software like Microsoft OneNote. We have Evernote or specialized minute taking apps. These can greatly ease, especially in IT related fields. It is very advisable to be versed with Microsoft or Excel or what have you to aid in your minute taking, because using a pen and paper in an IT setting, it doesn't really sit well. So be sure to have a mastery of digital apps that can aid your minute taking. Now, you also need audio or video recordings. Consider recordings for meetings, or consider recordings that will help your meetings or your minutes for references, because like I said earlier, there are times you might not be able to take down everything that has been said. So what you do is that you either use your phone to record the audios, or you can equally do video recordings so that you can back up what you've written in cases where you would need clarification or evidences of what has been written. So taking minutes efficiently requires preparation, attention to detail, and effective note-taking skills. Yeah, that's right. You really need to be fast in order for you to be an efficient secretary. If you are not fast in writing or in typing, then I bet you will really face difficulties in minute taking. So by following the tips that I've listed earlier and the best practices, you'll be able to capture important information and provide valuable support to your team. Another essential talent, yes, I call it a talent, that a secretary must have is the ability to listen. A secretary should have the ability or the talent of effective listening. I put the word effective because there are times you just listen, you hear things, but you do not understand. But as a secretary, you do not want to write what people will misunderstand, or something that will cause issues. So you have to listen properly in order to write down the correct thing. So that is it for minutes taking as a secretary. If there is any topic you'd want me to tackle, please do not forget to leave that in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and if you found this interesting, do not forget to leave a comment and also share for others to learn. If you have any questions or tips on minute taking, you can equally share them in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.